A cold evening, a nearly empty office parking lot. A woman locks her car when she sees a man crouched near the trash bins. At first, she thought he was just looking for recyclables, but then he pulled something from the bin that made her freeze. In place, *key air is crisp, the kind that makes every sound carry. She's heading toward her car, keys jingling in her hand. Out of the corner of her eye, she spots movement near the dumpsters. At first, she assumes it's a stray cat, but then she sees the outline of a man, tall, thin, crouched low, his hands rummaging through a pile of discarded cardboard. She slows her steps. The man doesn't notice her. A weak light from a nearby lamppost flickers, casting his shadow long across the pavement. He stops, frozen for a moment, then reaches deeper into the bin. When he pulls his hand back out, it's holding something wrapped in a torn grocery bag. He opens it slowly, revealing a worn, leather-bound notebook, the kind that looks older than both of them combined. Curiosity takes over fear. She watches as he brushes away dust, almost tenderly, like it's something precious. The notebook falls open, and for a split second she catches a glimpse. Intricate lines, shading, landmarks, dash maps, pages and pages of maps. But these aren't random doodles, these are real cities. Paris, Cairo, Tokyo. Each one drawn with such accuracy, it's as if he'd been there himself. She stands there, unable to look away, and in her mind, one question starts repeating: who is this man, and how does he know these places? Her instincts tell her to get in the car and leave, but her curiosity refuses to let her move. She takes a few slow steps toward him. The sound of gravel crunching under her shoes makes him glance up, startled. His eyes are sharp but not threatening, more like a deer caught in headlights. She nods toward the notebook. That's beautiful. Did you draw those? He hesitates, as if deciding whether to answer. Finally, he gives a small nod, as his fingers trace one of the maps. A winding street. In Paris, every cafe and shop marked in delicate ink. How do you know these places? There's a pause. Then, in a voice almost too soft for the night air, he says, greater than him, I've been there, in my mind. She almost laughs, thinking he's joking, until he begins to describe it. The warmth of fresh bread drifting from a Paris bakery, the way sunlight hits the golden stones of Cairo at sunrise. The echo of street musicians playing under the shadow of the Eiffel Tower. He speaks as if he's standing there now, as if the pages in his notebook are portals. She finds herself stepping closer, her breath visible in the cold. Her butt. You've never actually been. He shakes his head slowly. Him never left this town. A strange chill runs through her, not from the cold, but from the realization that she's speaking to someone whose world is infinitely larger than his circumstances. She leans against the side of her car, still holding his gaze. Something about the way he clutches that notebook like it's his lifeline makes her want to know more. Me just study these places for fun. A faint smile tugs at his lips. Greater than him. Fun, maybe, but really, it's the only way I get to travel. He sits back on his heels, brushing the dirt from his knees. His voice carries that weight people get when they've lived a hard life but learned to speak about it gently. Greater than him. I work nights as a security guard over at the old shipping warehouse. Long hours, not much to do, so I read, watch videos, listen to people talk about the places they've been, then I try to draw them exactly as I see them in my head. She flips through a few pages of his notebook. London's Tower Bridge perfectly drawn, down to the smallest cable. A market in Maracay so detailed she swears she can smell the spices. These look like photographs you must have had training. He shakes his head. Him couldn't afford college, couldn't even finish high school, but the library's free, and the world's in there if you know where to look. The way he says it isn't pride. Exactly. It's something stronger, a quiet certainty that knowledge belongs to everyone who's willing to seek it. She feels a lump in her throat, because suddenly, she realizes this man, kneeling beside a trash bin, might know more about the world than most people she's met in business meetings. 4 days after that night, she can't stop thinking about him. Every meeting feels smaller in comparison to the maps still vivid in her mind. She wonders how someone can carry so much of the world inside them, yet remain invisible to everyone around. Then an opportunity drops into her lap. Her company is hosting a group of international clients, but their budget won't cover a professional guide. That afternoon, she finds herself walking back to the warehouse where he works nights. Through the security glass, she sees him headbent, pen moving quickly across a page. Another map, another city. She pushes open the door. Do you still know all those places? The ones you showed me? He looks up, confused. Him know them. I could take you there right now. In my head. She takes a deep breath, her decision made. Then let's see if you can take someone there in real life. In that moment, the air shifts. He doesn't realize it yet, but his world is about to grow far beyond the walls of this town. Saint people she's met in business meetings. The day of the client visit arrives. She watches from the edge of the hotel lobby as he stands. They're nervous but composed, dressed in a simple button-up shirt she'd bought him the day before. His notebook is tucked under his arm. The clients approach, two from France, one from Egypt, another from Japan. He greets them, not in English, but in their languages. Each word is crisp, confident, and warm. The French clients smile instantly, exchanging a surprised glance. The Egyptian man laughs in delight when the guard compliments his hometown market. The Japanese woman's eyes widen as he bows politely and comments on the cherry blossoms in her city. They set off for the tours at every stop. He tells them stories not from brochures, but from memory. He points out small details others overlook. The history behind a carved stone, the best angle for a photograph, the smell of bread from a bakery tucked down a side street. The clients are captivated by the end. They aren't just smiling there, glowing. One of them pulls her aside and says, "We've had professional guides before, but never one who made us feel at home." She glances at him, chatting with the group as if they've known each other for years, and realizes something. He didn't just guide them through the city, he gave them a memory. In the weeks that follow, the company receives glowing feedback from the clients. They call the experience the most personal and unforgettable trip we've ever had. She doesn't hesitate. She offers him a permanent role, not as a night guard but as cultural liaison for the company. His schedule flips now. He works days, greeting international guests, planning small tours, even teaching basic phrases in different languages to the office staff. The atmosphere in the building shifts. Colleagues who used to rush past each other now stop in the hall to try out a bonjour or staff potlucks turn into mini world fairs, each dish a story he helped inspire. But it's not just the office that changes. On weekends, he starts visiting local schools, sharing his notebook with students. He tells them, "Greater than you don't have to be rich to see the world. You just have to be curious enough to find it." Kids gather around him like he's a storyteller from another time. Some even start bringing their own sketchbooks, filling them with places they've never been yet.